Good evening. My name is Carrie Howard, and I live in Newbury Park. Mrs. Everett, on October 14th, several thousand Newbury Park families and I received a disturbing political mailer supporting your campaign, featuring a photo that includes my minor daughter with other CVUSD children, a photo distributed without anyone's parental consent. In the Facebook group Conservative Moms of Conejo Valley, in which you are an administrator and frequent commenter, and to which I have access, this photo has appeared in several posts. One of your friends tagged you in this very photo on October 10th, and you subsequently commented on it. Not once did you ask for the photo to be removed. To be clear, a photo you knew existed that includes children of this district was widely distributed both online and in print with intent to support your campaign and without parental consent. As you are well aware, the original photo belongs to Conejo Together and its creator. We, the parents, allowed the original photo to be taken, and we granted permission for its use. But one of your supporters downloaded it and targeted several people on the photo by numbering them and drawing red circles around their faces. Can you not see how deranged that is? These are members of this community, parents in this district who you represent. That photo was stolen from its creator, altered, and weaponized with intent to intimidate and humiliate. The photo has also been so hyper-contrasted that it is difficult to tell if the kids' faces were ever blurred. People messaged me that they received a Sandy mailer with my daughter's face on it, so obviously the kids are quite recognizable. Why weren't our kids simply cropped out? Surely someone who can target people with red circles on a photo is also fully capable of cropping it. Were the kids left there on purpose to further hurt us? The treasurer of the newly formed PAC that sent the mailer has spoken on your behalf at board meetings and written letters to the editor in support of you. He sure seems to understand your messaging and priorities really well as he spoke for you on this mailer. In the eyes of many, Mrs. Everett, your campaign is now synonymous with that disturbing photo and the PAC's disastrous failure. Ultimately, it is you who failed to protect those kids and robbed us of our parental rights to protect our own children. I would never have allowed this to happen to you, Mrs. Everett. I would have spoken up for you and your children if I ever saw them being used this way. Why didn't you speak out and stand up for our kids and our parental rights when you had the chance? Since your written denouncement of this mailer is cold, lie-infested, and self-serving, I ask you now for a public apology, and do not apologize for my feelings. Instead, here is a chance to sincerely apologize to the families who have been hurt by the distribution of this photo for a pathetic attempt at political gain. I am not asking you to move mountains here, Mrs. Everett. This simple apology is a pretty low bar. Will you do it? Will you finally do the right thing? Thank you all for your time.
Thank you. Mrs. Everett.
Thank you. Let's see, I just wanted to respond to a couple of things. So I received quite a number of emails. I received about 60, maybe 70 emails from teachers and you know, a large number from parents. I need to check my phone to see how many of those were from parents. But one of the things that one teacher asked that kind of stood out to me is the teacher felt like the board wasn't being good examples of why we need to do in-person instruction, because the board does not all meet together in the boardroom. And I just wanted to let people know that the rest of the board has not been invited to come back to the boardroom. I would be happy to be in the boardroom if that's what we chose to do, but that has not been extended to the other board members besides the board president. So that's why all of us are at home and the board president is in the boardroom. So I just want to make that clear. It's not because of the COVID rules, because we are essential as board members. We're considered an essential group. Let's see, I believe a speaker spoke about the school closures and reopening plans and all of those things. And the two board members on that committee were Dr. Connolly and Mrs. Goldberg. So they are the two that know the most about what's going on. For me, I have received the exact same information that the public has received. I received the email saying that we were planning to go back on the same as a parent, and that's how I found out. So just so you know, all board members, we don't meet as a board outside of the boardroom and discuss these things, and so that we all know things that the public doesn't know. There are some board members who know more than others because they're on committees or they meet regularly with district staff. But as for myself, I was not aware of the plan prior to the email. Let's see. As far as my position on the K-6 transgender curriculum, I believe I was misrepresented by the speaker. I have always spoken kindly about transgender students, and I have also said that my position on teaching all school-age K-6 children that their parents guess their gender and the children can choose their own gender is not something that I believe is developmentally appropriate, and it is not required by law. And that is why I do not support teaching K-6 gender identity instruction, is because it's not required by law. So I am supportive of all of our students, including our transgender students, and I want them to be treated with kindness and respect and love at school. And I support all anti-bullying programs as far as teaching children to be respectful and kind, no matter what our differences are. But I am not supportive of teaching all K-6 children that their parents guess their gender. So that is my position on that. Thank you.